Built Better means not just doing the hot new thing. It's about keeping to the core elements that you know work, that are tried and tested, and having the confidence to stick with those. People trust our shells, and I never want to let them down. My name is Sam. I am the head of design and development and also one of the designers. It's 50 years we've been making shells, working with Gore that whole time, kind of unbroken partnership. As a designer, I'm always excited about newness, doing things differently, trying out new ideas. And one of the challenges with our waterproof jackets is they're already so functional. It's really important to not get carried away and try and find newness where it's just not needed. Over the generations of shells that we've worked on, we very much evolve features and fits and processes. It's about honing the detail. We've moved things on as maybe new technologies become available, but really trying to focus on the user benefit. Focusing on hoods, for instance, the fundamentals of our hood design hasn't changed. We've tweaked a cord lock and we've changed an elastic cord, maybe moved a measurement by a centimetre, but the fundamental hood is the same for that whole time. It just works extremely well. We've experimented with alternatives and they've never delivered the same protection.
My name's Laura, I head up the fabric team. My role in the development of a shell is pretty broad, but I'd jump in right at the start when we get that first initial product brief on who this product's for, what it needs to do, where it's going to be used. It's a real balancing act choosing fabrics. I think the trend is everyone always wants it to be lighter, but just as good. I think it all really comes back to exactly the use that we want this shell to be for. So if I'm looking at a Scottish winter climbing jacket, for example, I know that that's going to need to be really tough. It's going to need to be highly protective, whilst being breathable enough for a walk-in. Knowing that you're going to have it on all the time means we can choose something a bit tougher, a bit heavier. It's going to keep you really well protected. It's not going to get holes in it, going to get ripped, and it's going to last you a long time. So there's all those factors to consider, and that could come down to what the fabric's actually made out of, the fibre type. And then we can look at all the nerdy things like test results in order to know that it's going to keep you dry. It's also going to be really breathable. I feel like our shell jackets can maybe go through some of our longest development processes. So we might have prototypes made up in specific fabrics really early on that we get sent out to mountain guides, staff at Plaza Brennan or our athletes, and get them using those as much as possible, dragging them up as much rock as possible, seeing if they can destroy them, seeing how they feel. And that's really important compared to lab testing. Numbers are great, but being able to have that real life knowledge on how it actually feels rather on how it looks on a piece of paper is really important to us.
As garment techs, our role is to bring the design drawings and the fabrics to life as an actual jacket or pant. So we take all the way from initial mock-ups or new construction ideas to samples, all the way through to actual production. Everything is all about detail, from the exact placement of a seam to an exact application temperature of a lamination film to the level of performance that all those achieved. We have to be focused really tightly in on the details. With this winter's shell jackets, we were already in a really strong position in that we had jackets that were really well liked, really well reviewed. So we really were focusing in on small details, but on every part of the jacket we could look at everything in a really fine detail to improve things further. A little bit better, a little bit more comfortable, a little bit more protective, a little bit more durable to end up with the best possible jacket. So we're in the sample room here up here. The sample room is really the centre of any product development process. It's where all your construction mock-ups, all your individual test pieces, and eventually all your samples get made. We've been working with Peer for 25 years, and Over that time, basically all of our top level waterproof jackets have been developed here and produced by Peer as well. All the experience that we have in terms of how to actually make a good jacket for someone in the mountains, they have absorbed all that experience for how to do all the individual construction and technical bits to actually make that work. So when we demand the highest level from them, they can deliver it.
I've been working for Mountain Equipment for 17 years now, and in the last 6 years I'm doing this job based in Hungary. I can be here at the factory or in the sample room on a daily basis if they need me, just to make sure that whatever we make will be made at the highest quality. In Peer's product development team, 40 people are involved, and most of them have been working here 10 years plus. Emi knows Peer what they're capable of, and Peer knows our standard in terms of technologies, constructions, design and quality.
Building a waterproof jacket better, it's about making the products really work and evolving them through time. We really try and focus on delivering protection, usability, functionality in as simple a way as possible.